The 6 occasional mental factors: 1. Vitakka, initial application. 2. Vicara, sustained application. We already learned about these two, right? Here, vitakka is the lifting of the concomitants to the object. Vicara is the continued exercise of the mind on the object. We've already looked at similes for these two, so it should be easy for us to understand. Vitakka is like a bee, right? It is like a bee alighting on a lotus. And vicara is like the bee moving around the lotus. So, the lifting of the concomitants to the object is vitakka, and examining the object is vicara. 3. Adhimokkha, decision. Adhimokkha is decision, choosing. Choosing something, oh, this is good, or, this is not good, is its characteristic. It makes a decision. That is its duty and function. It is like a judge. 4. Viriya, energy. This is effort or energy. But it is not physical energy, it is mental energy. If it is highly developed, it becomes a factor of enlightenment and part of the Noble Eightfold Path, as Samavayama. But here, ordinary viriya can arise with both unwholesome and wholesome consciousness. It can also arise with resultant or functional consciousness. Its characteristic is supporting, upholding, or sustaining. It is like an old house in the countryside supported by new pillars. In the same way, viriya supports the other mental factors that arise with it. 5. Piti, rapture. We already learned about the 5 kinds of piti, right? Piti is zest, joy, or rapture. Creating an interest in the object is its characteristic. 6. Chanda, desire. This is desire, or the wish to do something. Its chief characteristic is the wish to do. We can compare chanda to a stretching of the hand to grab an object. It's different from intention, which is like turning the mind toward the object. Here, it is like stretching the hand to grab an object. The natures of the two are a bit different. We have 3 kinds of chanda. I. Sensual craving. This is like when we would like to see something, watch TV or hear a song. E. The mere wish to do something. E. A righteous wish concerned with Dhamma. This last kind of chanda is like if we want to practice generosity, observe the precepts, sit in meditation, or renounce the world and become a monk or a nun. This type of righteous wish made Prince Siddhartha leave his royal pleasures behind and renounce the world. Do you have this wish? Not yet, right? If you have the wish to renounce worldly pleasures, get away from the world, and become a monk or a nun, this is a righteous wish. These are the 3 kinds of desire. If someone says, I would like to eat something, what restaurant should I go to? What kind of chanda is it? Sensual craving. We have 5 kinds of sensual objects, right? Visible objects, sounds, odors, tastes, and touching. If we wish to get one of them, it is sensual craving or sensual desire. On the other hand, just thinking you'd like to do something, some small desire, but not actually doing it is the second kind of chanda. Now, we've talked about the 7 universal mental factors and the 6 occasional mental factors. Altogether, these 13 mental factors are called Anyasamana Cetasika. The 2 groups are very different, though. While the 7 universal mental factors are common to every type of consciousness, the 6 occasional mental factors are sometimes in unwholesome consciousness, sometimes in wholesome consciousness, sometimes in resultant consciousness, and sometimes in functional consciousness. But they are not always present in every type of consciousness. And that's why we separate these Anyasamana Cetasika into 2 groups. With the 7 universal mental factors, whatever type of consciousness arises, they must all always arise together with it. For that reason, you have contact, feeling, perception, volition, attention, and so on, present in both good and bad consciousness. If your intention is to kill something, for example, you have to pay attention to actually do the killing, right? This is, of course, rooted in ill will. On the other hand, if you have the intention to practice meditation, you must also apply attention to the task of meditating, right? This is wholesome. Now, we go to Akusala.